So we will be I will be conducting a demonstration of our deboning. Okay, but before that, we have to make sure that we have a ready table. All the tools are there. Okay, and this is very important. We have to wash the chicken first. Because after deboning, you can no longer wash this. Okay po. So after deboning, no more na. So always have a bowl with you so that we can avoid the drippings. See, there's blood still, di ba? So, review. We'll have some review of the parts of the chicken and the tools. The tools that we will be needing, I have a chopping board here, primarily because I just need to chop off some part. I have this normal knife, usual knife, and then I have the cleaver. And this is the boning knife. If it has a curve such as this one, then this is a boning knife. Now, we have to discuss again the parts of the chicken now that we have the actual chicken. This is our keel. This is the keel. So this is not the anus of the chicken because the anus of the chicken is down here. So this is the one wherein the tail feather grows. So this is our whole chicken leg. Part of this one is your thigh and this one is your drumstick. And this one is what I have been telling you about, the hock. H-O-C-K. Okay. Now, we have here the wings. From here to here, this is our drummet. This one, anong tawag natin dito?
Midsection.
Midsection. And this one?
Flipper.
The flipper. Then we have the back and we have the chicken breast. For deboning, student style, I will make it simple. For professional deboners, dito lang. No, they just have to take off the bones from the cavity here. But for us, I have to remove unless you can. Later on, you tell me if you cannot do it, then I'll do it for you. If not, then you may do it yourself. But be very careful kasi kanina may mga nahiwa na rin, no? For you guys, I will be removing the back. So, look at my knife. The blades are away from me. That is the safe away from you. The blades should be away from you so that when your hands go like this, you will not be cut. So, I will be removing the bone. Doing it now. This is to have an open area for you. You have to know where your hand is and you have to know where your knife is. So, it takes a bit of concentration and presence of mind. So, we have to remove this part. Usually, I don't throw this because sometimes I use this for stock, no? Making your own chicken stock. So, in about 20 minutes or so, I'm done with deboning tapos your part na. Your turn na pala. Okay? So, I usually keep this my favorite part of all. So, this is for chicken stock. So, you just keep it there. And then we have a separate bowl for all the bones. Now, I will now be resorting to moving on with my deboning knife. Every single bone here should be removed. Okay? So, you have to feel. There are bones that can be pulled just by hands. But if you cannot, using your boning knife, look at that, scrape off the meat as close to the bone as possible so that we can save a lot of meat pa din. Yes? So, this is the cartilage or the sinew. So, we have to remove that. So, starting it off by feeling where the bone is and the meat, then scrape. Gently scrape it. Make sure that you know where your hand is, mga anak, ha? You can turn your chicken and break it apart. So here, I have bone here. So when you feel it, there's a bone there. So you have to, as much as possible, save as much meat as you can. Okay, now we have here the ribs. You have to scrape it like that. So look, you have to look intently where your knife blade is turned to, ha? Okay, so there you go. Now I have a bone here that I can break. Yes. So I can easily remove. So if it is sturdy like that, you can chop it up like that. And then, you see the meat here? Scrape it. Because we want to keep the meat. It is only the bone that we want to remove. Isn't it? There. But this shouldn't be torn. No? There shouldn't be any tear here. There you go. And then peel the bone over here, and if you can snap it, then it's okay. Otherwise, you just have to go for the joint because that is quite tough. There you go. Just tear the joint. Now, I can have a better grip on the cartilage over here. Like that. There you go. Over here pa. Pati itong cartilage, mga anak ha, remove yan. But then, from time to time, check. Making sure that the skin is not torn. Mamaya na natin lilinisin yung ibang bone. So, scraping as close to the meat as possible because we are saving the meat. There. Then, if you can, scrape this one. Look, no tear. Huh? There's none. That. This one, it's quite tough over here. Just try to feel where the cartilage is so you can remove. Oh, so there's the bone is there, then you can now rip that off. One bone down. Now, we have this. No more bone. Isn't it? Next, the tricky part are the limbs. We start off with this one. We are trying to feel, dapat you have a good grip on the ball joint, no? So if it has muscle or meat, you have to tear the tendons apart. Or the sinew. The sinew, anak, are the cartilage or the tendons, no? So there. And then there are meat. So we are saving the meat. Scrape it. So that you can have a better grip. This one is bugging me. Oh, there. Diba? Because it's a bone. Now, I have a better grip now. There's still meat here. Alisin natin. No? Sayang. Next, I am now removing the bone of the drumette. Scrape. There. Scrape. Scrape. Okay, so clean. Next, onto the bone of our midsection. Yeah. And this is tricky. I forgot to remove this one. We have to remove the slipper. Okay? Tatanggalin. Nakalimutan ko lang kanina. So now, ito na. Mid-section na tayo ng wing. So ayan o, yung mga cartilage, no? Nakikita nyo mga anak ha. Tanggalin natin. Removing it like this. By scraping. Here you go. Yan mo, no? Remove that. Scrape. And then there's a fun part to this later on. After we remove all the meat. Meat? Yeah. We are removing the meat of the chicken from the bone, right? We are scraping the meat because we want to remove fully all the bones. So scraping. Now, there is a meat inside. Scrape it. See? May mga nakadikit. Yeah, you have to remove that. Kaya you have a boning knife eh. So, ayan na ha. Scraping. Okay? Now, what about this one? So, ibalik yung mga meat na tinanggal. So you now have a debone. Okay, so wawa na siya. Okay, now, here, on this part. Di ba meron tayong wishbone?
Yes.
Wala na kasi ibig sabihin natanggal na natin kanina. Oo, so hindi na tayo makakapag-wish kasi sila na yung wishbone. So ito naman. But you know what? The easiest, I don't know, but I don't know about you, but then the easiest part will be this. The legs. Kasi straight lang yung iwan eh. Unlike this one, may dalawang double-sided yung kumbaga, no? Ang kanyang buto. So again, ito, if this is making, it's kind of annoying or
Ma'am, all bones can be used as broth.
ginagamit kasi nandiyan yung umami. In Japanese cooking kasi, napakaano nila sa umami. No? Sa mga broth. Kita mo yung mga ramen nila. Kasi gumagamit sila ng combo. Ay, kabayo. Ng combo. Okay. Okay, scrape. I hope walang masugat ha. Kasi kanina may mga injury ako. Pero konti lang naman kasi natusok sila ng... Kasi this one, oh, it's very pointy, di ba? It's pointy, so... Now, ang lagi niyong tatandaan, always, no? If the cartilage are intact, then you have to cut it. Oh, see? Now, moving on to, kanina, 20 minutes lang ako eh. Now, removing this one. This is the reason why I requested na we have an early lunch. Because, malak. So, ayun, tinanggal ko muna to. Because, yung dito, kapag minsan naputol yan, no? Remove. Ibig sabihin, nakat ko kanina. Remove this. Yung joint niya dito. There you go. Itong mahirap kapag nakat yun because wala akong paghahawakan eh, diba? So, I have to redo everything like this. So, kailangan kasi mayroon kang good grip sa bone. So, kailangan mong gawa ng paraan na the ball joint, you have a good grip dyan. This is also the reason why I don't want to use gloves. Kasi hindi ko siya mahawakan ng gusto. But if you have sugat, then you have to wear gloves. Oo, kasi contaminated. Ma-infect yan. So here, we have a lot of tendon. Yeah, scrape lang yan. Pero, as much as possible, save as much meat as you can. Na, no? Basta you have a good grip in the bone. Oh. Ito kasi ang tricky eh. So, pasok natin ulit. Tanggalin natin itong cartilage. Nakawa pa si Casey. Casey, nagigilty ako. Okay.
Kawawa. Pagkatapos mo, lamutin lahat kanina.
Okay. O, yan na. So, we have the bone part here. O, wala na, di ba? Wawa na siya. Now, to this one. Here, there is a bone here. So, you have to remove. Even the smallest bone, anak, remove it. Yeah. Kasi you can get to feel it eh. As you touch the chicken. Here, oh. There. Get a good grip of the dulo, no? Ito, there's still bone here. Remove. Now, here na. Scraping it off again. Yes. Kasi tsaka bigger yung bone niya dito. Now, nakikita niyo medyo red ang meat nito. Yung chicken naman, sometimes, hindi ko alam kung mamaya kung white. Kapag white meat yung chicken ninyo, yung all, ibig sabihin, they are really in the coop, di ba? They are not free-range chickens. Some, yung very, very red naman, free-range yun. Now, coming to the bone of our drumstick. Di ba? I forgot to remove the hock. May I?
Yes.
Yay! Yay! Okay, kasi, have to remove it.
Murder. The nerd.
Okay. Now, we can have, ito, may nakapa ako dito over here, na bone. So, we have to remove. Dito kasi, there is a bone because of the keel. I did not remove naman the keel eh. So, sa inyo, if you want to remove the keel, bahala kayo, no?
Ang kanilang ate.
Kaya lang kasi masyadong nakabuka yung manok. Ito yung mga fat, see? Those are the fat deposits. Yeah. Ngayon, this is the bone of our drumstick. We have to make a little incision around the joint so that you can have a clear view of where the meat is supposed to be. O there, so meron na tayong clear view, nandun. So removing this sinew over here. Okay, there you go. Removing this. But we try to save as much meat as we can. Baka mamaya naman naiwan na lang buto, wala na yung meat. No. Ayan, kita nyo na. So lumalabas na yung buto ng drumstick. Straight. The blade of the knife should always be away from you. Pero there are times na ihaharap mo sa'yo at tulad ng ginagawa ko. Pero you have to be very careful. Okay. Almost there. See? This is easier than the wings.
Oh my God, natanggal.
Okay. Now, again, balik.
Oh my God. Easy.
Oh. Now, here, the last part. The last bone. There is.
Oh my God. Last
So, removing this one. Sayang tong meat na to, oh. So, we have to remove. Again, over here. We have to remove. But, again, mga anak ha, lagi ko sinasabi, mag-ingat. O, ito, we can pull it na. Diba? Pag ganyan na, pwede. So, this manok is mataba, oh. Look at that.
Look at the fat.
O, yan. But the keel has really the highest fat content. Meron yan. Almost there. Sabi sa inyo, 20 minutes or so, and done. Okay. Para kayo na. Kasi tututukan ko kayo by table. Tapos you just call my attention if you need some help.
May minus ko ba pag nag-read na help?
Hindi. Ang deduction kasi kapag hindi mo siya natapos i-debone in full ng oras natin. Kasi nandun siya sa rubric, anak. Kaya nga dapat concentrated na kayo, right? Pag nag-umpisa na kayo, concentrated na, pero kailangan mag-iingat. Yun naman sinasabi ko, mga anak ha. Kasi kanina naawa din naman. Pag natutusok kasi, masakit din naman eh. Lalo na maliit itong kutsilyo. The more na maliit kasi yung kutsilyo, the more na masakit makahiwa eh. Oo, yung pointy niya eh. So yun ha. So ang tinatanggal ko, inuulit-ulit ko lagi, sinew. Or yung mga cartilage. So almost there. Almost done. Tapos kayo na. While you are doing that, liligpit.
Magtagal yung auntie.
Hindi na ako yung oras. Mamamainasan tayo nito.
Okay?
It's done! No!
So, ladies and gentlemen. Opo. Kapag hindi nyo kayang, so this, oh, see? Since deboned na siya, pwede mo lang i-roll.
Wow!
Wala na siya. Pwede mo gawing ham. Right? Oh.
Punching back. Just
Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much. So this is our deboned chicken.